What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We are back with another Musume video. This video, we are back with Orfevre. And this is pretty much the second time because I only did start training her last week. I didn't train her off camera. I've been trying to work on a different off camera. But yesterday's video, we did get a pretty decent Marzensky to use. So I think maybe I'll use her. Maybe I'll still work on her on my own time, just in case I get a better one. Or we'll just keep posting videos on Morozensky throughout the prep just to see if we get a better one. I don't think it necessarily matters for me. It's just the League of Heroes as well. I think I would have probably done the same for the CM if I was just picking 3 and not really wanting to use others. Most likely for the CM, I'd probably just focus on 3 rather than having other options. But we're not even prepped for the League of Heroes. We don't have our 3 ready, so I'm just gonna keep training. I'm gonna do whatever I do. So we're gonna try using the Guts card again. So we have the Hishi Amazon Guts card as our borrowed card. So we're using the Duramente Still in Love speed cards, along with the Naneta Taishan Wise card, Super Creek stamina card, and the speed symbol league group card, and it's pretty much the setup. I just want to try again with the Guts card because I did do off-camera runs and it did look a little bit better, but what I noticed also was a lot of my runs all the stats besides speed, at least from my extra runs yesterday, all my stats besides speed were pretty much being trained. I think like around the same, like they were around the same stat number at the same time. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But let's just get this started. And while that's loading up, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Requests in the Discord server. For those who are looking for a circle to join, or just a circle to join, or you guys just haven't joined a circle, so y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in, and it's called Shushu. Yesterday I did make space in the circle, so there should be room. I did do it right after the video. So the name of the circle is Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join, it'll let me know that you want to join a circle. After that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, let's just continue on, or start with the run. Get the comments loaded and proceed. And just continue on with our prep for the League of Heroes. I did have a run where it hasn't happened in a while, where I didn't unlock the dates from Speed Symbol group card pretty much until the 3rd year. And what was sad was that I felt like this run could have given me a decent Uma. I forgot who I was training actually for that one. But I don't know. There's always those runs where you feel like you could have done better if certain things just worked out. I feel like that happened a couple times with the specific Uma I'm trying to train. But I don't know who I was training yesterday. Oh, I actually did try training Smart Falcon. We might actually use Smart Falcon. I know I know I said that the reason why I might not want to use her is because I don't know. Well, there was a reason. I forgot what was the reason. It probably has to do with either her card, but I can always just use another speed card. It's perfectly fine. But other than that, there's just that the Satsuki show scheduled, but I'm pretty sure I could just bring up her inheritance if I really wanted to. So why don't we give that a shot on Friday, tomorrow's video, and see how that's gonna do. But also, there is for Zenless, there's no story update or whatever for phase 2. Well, main story update was a given that there wasn't gonna be an update, but I meant like agent story or anything. They just added an event, so it looks like there isn't gonna be any story related video for Zenless this time around. So I think I'll just post Shiyu Defense and Deadly Assault, I guess. I don't really. I think I'll just start doing that. So I don't know. I know as of right now I haven't recorded Shiyu Defense. As of right now, I know I didn't record it yet. I might do it after this video. Shield Defense at the very least, and then tomorrow I'll record for Deadly Assault. Or whenever for Deadly Assault for Friday's video. Just so I can get it out there. Because next week, I believe Shield Defense should update next week, so maybe I should at least do it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to get it out later. I'm kind of curious how long it actually does take me to do like the weekly updates of Shield Defense. I never really did time myself, so I guess we'll just do that, see how it goes. But other than that, I do have the comments loaded up, and it seems like there is a comment from Rick. Not it seems, there is. There is a comment from Rick from the cap video. Looks like it was like 2 hours short from making it in the video, yesterday's video. So we're gonna go over Rick's comments first and then move on from there. So the comment that Rick had posted, I didn't make it in yesterday's video, says, I finished the manga of Zatch Bell. Well, I feel like oh no, never mind. It just sounds like the last comment, right? Yeah, I didn't like it or anything, and it came from after Eugen's. Sorry, I just started looking at the game. But since I finished the manga of Zatch Bell, Onijiki no Gashiberu, and I think is the single greatest manga I have ever read. It's my favorite battle shonen, second place being Bleach, and third place being Undead Unlock. Like I said, I'm not a really big manga reader. Pretty much still in the single digits, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. When it comes to how many mangas I've read, because like I've mentioned, I've only really read mangas series that because I mean pretty much couldn't waiting for the seasons to drop, right? And normally I am a fairly patient guy. Normally. So that's pretty much my plus. As much as reading manga actually is not as slow as normal reading, it's the way I'll say it. I don't know. I just feel like there's other things I'd rather do or have to do, um, rather than just sitting and just reading. Which is probably why I don't read as much manga, because I like to. Well, not well, yeah, I guess I like to multitask, doing different things, and many different gotcha games, probably 2 or 3 at the same time, or playing gotcha games while watching whatever and all that. Just if I have to read, I can't be doing anything else. That's just pretty much the only reason. But I guess I found myself at a weird time because it's been like a year and I haven't really watched. I don't think I've watched a new series in like a year. I don't think so. But maybe I'll start finding time to start watching anime again. But at least I'll be able to multitask. Otherwise, I'll just end up like Eugen, reading manga and just having Uma and Auto. But yeah, I've wanted to watch Unlock. So just there's just a lot of anime that I need to catch up on now that I've missed over the year. I think it's been a year, at least. But moving on, let's see. Zatch 2 and ongoing, the manga, I heard is better and with higher stakes than the previous one, and that is pretty crazy because if you read the manga, something happened with the last remaining 10 Mamotos that were stranded on that war to decide who becomes king. I think I'll wait a little bit before start reading it. Hey, all you, man. It's all you. All that matters is you're enjoying the series. That's all that matters. And you just choose whenever you want to continue. Other than that, thank you, Rick, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And we should probably do a race here. Moving on, the next comment is going to be from Eugen. Just a comment. And all it says, lunchtime, and I'm sleepy. So I guess we'll be back after shift. Then Nova responds, you going to work sleepy? I believe a lot of people go to work sleepy. I think a lot of people go to work sleepy. But, why? I guess. Other than that, thank you, Eugen, for the comment and Nova replying. Hope all went well during work as you're tired. Or at least things just went alright. At the very least. Doesn't have to go well. Next comment. Haven't seen him in a while in the comment section. And the comment is from Darren. Darren Endless. And it says, nice training. It was better than a lot of the others. I'm leaving the game for a year. Now can't train well because my deck is out of date. Spent all my crystal for Falcon and Ricky. And I noticed my deck is useless now. Well, it depends how you think about it. If you really care about your cards, which it sounds like it, and you feel like it's a big gap between, or a big reason for you to keep training. And I guess I can't do anything, but at the end of the day, it's your account, your decision. So in the year, it's crazy because we haven't even reached the halfway point of the annie. So I don't know what you're thinking about doing in the year. Maybe you'll still log in and just get the login rewards or and whatever. Or I don't know. I don't know what you're planning to do with the account for the year, because if you don't do anything, then it'll just stay useless. At least that's from what you said. You call it useless. So we'll see what happens. And then Nova responded saying, Meta Man. It does sound like a meta issue. It does sound like a meta issue. But at the very least, it was nice to see you in the comment section again. Hopefully we'll still see you once in a while within this year. If not, then maybe we'll see you in a year then. Actually, don't know when was the last time you commented, so maybe it's been a year since the last time. Who knows? Who knows? But like I said, thank you, Darren, for the comment, and Nova for the replying. Appreciate it as always. And the last comments are gonna be from Nova. But the last comments we're gonna go over is gonna be from Nova. And the first one says, Brand gives off an immense shield, kind of like Zhongli. Not sure how fast we get this shield, but it should work if you try hard a bit. You just get a shield? I thought he heals. Huh. Maybe he does both? I'm not too sure, because I don't have them. A shield. A shield? I wouldn't know. I think if there's a shield, then he's probably the first character with, like, I mean, Zani has an actual shield. But I don't know. Even when I did use Brent as a trial character, I didn't really notice any of his sustainability. If I'm being honest, I really didn't notice his sustainability, anything about it. So I don't know. In terms of financial investment, I guess I'll have to focus on Wuwa, followed by HBR. I'm off waiting for Uma until anniversary. Makes sense. I mean, as we all know, the good packs do come out during the big days, big celebrations, or big events like the anniversaries. In this case, Golden Week, or games that do celebrate Golden Week. So yeah, totally get it. Then yeah, I fixed her, but even so, I think it's negligible. Maybe when she falls off the meta, yeah, maybe. I don't think she'll completely fall off the meta for a while, a bit longer. Being that she is the only tier 0 unit when it comes to the DPS. At most, she'll drop to 0.5 or stay at tier 0 with Yishun, just assuming Yishun will be tier 0. So, yeah, I mean, She might still be at tier 0 by maybe halfway through next year or halfway through their next season. Yeah, maybe just say next year. Who knows? Maybe she'll still be in tier 0 by the end of their next season. Who knows? It could be the case. We just never know. Until Ishwin comes out. And until we get into that later date. So the worst that can happen is she gets just bumped down to 0.5 and the DPSs in 0.5 are all stupid good. You got Anby, Vivian, Evelyn, Kanagi, and Bernice. Because Anomaly team is pretty dumb. So yeah, there's a lot of options. For me, it's just like I said, for characters that I really like, I normally just try to, until I feel like I can't improve on them, is when I'll stop working on them. In this case, I got some room for Miyabi and Anby. And then lastly from Nova, depends on the dailies, huh? I'm assuming this was about the upcoming games and all that. I mean, the good sad thing about Neural Cloud is that the game is kind of dead since the main story concluded. I mean, you can't do anything if the main story is concluded. But besides release events and all that, I would assume, and dailies, like you said, so I just do dailies now. I know they're gonna revive it by probably after the GFL 2 collab with Neural Cloud. It just means that I have time to do other gotchas. I mean, if they find a way to keep the game alive after the main story, that's good for them, but it's kind of like a big part of the game is just, or when I say big part, like one thing that states and, you know, and all that, kind of just left with events and dailies or whatever. So it is what it is, right? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Because for me, for the most part, since a lot of my games are pretty much stabilized, when I say stabilized, they just are stable, where I don't have to worry or do too much when I log in doing dailies or have to worry about stuff on my account. Basically, I don't really have to do that for most, if not all, my games, except for Heaven Burns Red, pretty much. Yeah, Heaven Burns Red. I guess you could put reverse in there, but I've been trying in reverse. Trying is a keyword more than HBR, probably because I do have more done in reverse. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it won't be an issue adding those games, just most likely not at the same time. Because obviously I would like to have one game to work on while being fine with the others, which I feel like was the reason why HBR is where it is right now, because Girls Frontline came out a little bit later or after, right? But it seems like my interest went more, or my interest or my focus went more towards Girls Frontline rather than HBR, even though at that time it was still pretty even. But then slowly and slowly I noticed I started gravitating more towards Girls Frontline to where I am now. HBR is kind of, yeah, it's on the brink, but I feel like I can make a comeback in it. It's just, we'll just have to see. But other than that, thank you, Noah, for all the comments. Also, Rick, Darren, appreciate it as always. And yeah, we finished all the comments. I guess since it's been a while since I've done this, we'll just fully focus on the run for the rest of the video, see how this goes, and yeah, I'll just see you guys at the end when all is said and done after picking the skills and stuff. So I'll see you guys then. All right. So that is the end of the run. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get Wise to 1200, but it's fine. But this is what I pretty much meant by speed will be obviously the highest stat, but the others would be around the same. But so I could say this was a fairly decent. I was like it was a pretty decent or for kind of like yesterday's with Marzensky in a way. Regardless, it wasn't a bad run. It wasn't a bad run. A UD6, just like the Marzensky yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Dirt. Trying to think who else I could use as a chaser, maybe. The only option I can think of is probably Ishi Amazon, but we'll see. But we shall see. Oh, we got an S. I guess I could say I could technically use this Orfevre along with that Marzensky, but I think, just like I said earlier in the video, I'll probably just keep training Orfevre and Marzensky just to see if I can get a better one. And at least we did get an S in Dirt, so it's something. Something. But these stats are 1807, speed 1280, stamina 1265, power 1228, guts, and 1173 for Wise. And like I said, an S aptitude on Dirt, although it is not part of the top 3 Orfevres. So with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are up to in Uma, or if there's anything else you guys want to talk about or ask me, leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if there's, I feel like I was supposed to say something else, but if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description. There's a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join a circle that I am in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the circle request channel or to the comment section. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.